What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. My name is Miles Rowe and in today's video we'll be having a look at the best weapons to use from each class in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. It's a really cool video which I had a lot of fun making, so I hope you guys will enjoy. Also, if you have any other suggestions which you think that could have been in this list, please do let me know in the comment section down below and let's discuss them. So number one, guys, as you guys can see, is the karambit, with obviously starting as a melee weapon. The karambit is probably one of the best from all the melee weapons, and that's why it made this list. Not only that the weapon itself obviously doesn't require any attachments, but it is probably the most OP one once packer punched. So as you guys can see, it was really fun in doing the Easter egg challenge into a tier 3 area, and if you guys haven't tried already, I would really recommend doing so. It's a really fun one and you'd have a lot of laughs with it. Moving on to the pistol category, it's none the other but the Renetti with the conversion kit. Now, I hope you guys will appreciate this, but it is by far the best pistol we had in game. I think obviously we had the tier as well, which is really close into making this list, but I think the Renetti has kept its position recently as being the best pistol a weapon in this category. So, you know, I think in terms of the fire rate, mobility, and just the overall weapon ranking, I think the Renetti is deserving this place. So if you guys haven't played with this already, it's a fantastic weapon and you're missing out loads, but the loadout as well will be on the screen shortly. But in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of this clip. Right, now moving on to the SMG classes, again quite a tight one, but I think in my opinion at least the RAM9 is the best SMG right now. So if probably you guys might argue that there's a few others that you would have wanted on this list or you would have wanted to replace the RAM9 with, in my opinion the RAM9 is still one of the strongest SMGs. It's super reliable, super mobile, and in the same time it's just one of those weapons that you can take in any tier and you make sure that you survive with it. So that's why I made my list. This is why I consider it the best SMG in the game right now, and if you guys again haven't played with it, it's a good opportunity to do so. It's still holding itself pretty good, and I don't think it's gonna get nerfed at all. So if you guys haven't already, please make sure to give this weapon a go. On the assault rifles, it's the STG. Now, the STG has been a weapon that has been launched now in Season 5, and again, even though there were a few other assault rifles that they were really good to play with, I think the STG, in my opinion, right now is the hottest one to play with. It's really agile, it has really good fire rate and as well as the damage. So, if you guys haven't tried already, the build is going to be at the end of the screen. I know it's a bit of a grind to unlock it, but it's worth every second of it. So, if you haven't, make sure to give this a go. But equally, I hope if you guys have any other suggestions, to let me know in the comment section down below which other assault rifle you would have chosen for this. In my opinion, recently the assault rifles haven't been necessarily shown that much love by the developers, so that's why I think the assault rifle category, it's a bit of a gray area, and for me at least the STG is the best one to play with right now. Right, one that was again really fun to play with, and this is in my opinion a weapon that is going really under the radar, and that's the battle rifle, and in our case it's the BAS-B. Now the Bass B, it's a really interesting weapon. It's quite slow, it has a lot of damage, but once built in this specific way, it actually shreds the tier 3 area. So if you guys haven't tried already, I would really recommend giving it a go. The fact that you don't have a stock, it makes it really agile, and with the Jack B conversion kit and aftermarket parts, it can become a really interesting weapon. In our particular case, we're not using the conversion kit, we're just using the weapon on its own, but we do have the aftermarket parts which are making a huge difference. So make sure to give this a go and let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with this or not. Right, the next one on the list, we have the crossbow. Now the crossbow, it's under the Marksman Rifle, and I hope you guys can appreciate this was a very straightforward one, even though we had a few weapons recently that had kind of taken some sort of a stance in the Marksman Rifle area. The crossbow is still one that dominates absolutely everything. As you guys can see, this is just Pack-a-Punch to level 2. You can even Pack-a-Punch to level 1 and still dominate the tier 3 area. So this is why, in my opinion, this weapon is just continuously just, you know, dominating the zombies game, and it's probably not gonna get any nerfs, and it's probably gonna be difficult for them to nerf anything either, because it's just really strong altogether. So yeah, it's a no-brainer, but the build is gonna be shown at the end, so enjoy this clip in the meantime. Right, for the next one, guys, we have the sniper category. Now, this was an interesting one, and, you know, I think there could be a few other options that could be added or equally the same, but in my opinion, the only sniper rifle that is really worth playing with in zombies is the longbow. Now, the reason I've chosen longbow is simply because it's quick fire rate, and with the build that I have made, it just makes it quite straightforward and quite easy to play with. So as you guys can see in this video, you know, you could easily take from a distance any kills, and that's quite cool because, you know, if you want to kind of take a step back and relax for a bit before having to pause the game because you can't, this is probably the best other alternative. So a build will be shown at the end, but as you guys can see, it's a weapon that it's quite strong, and once Pack-a-Punch becomes very interesting to play with in the tier 3 area. On the LMG side, guys, we had a few weapons that had made the lists previously, and I think right now the most relevant weapon to play with, in my opinion, is the RPK. Now, the reason I've chosen the RPK is because of its quick fire rate and the damage that deals per shot. I appreciate that it's not necessarily the quickest weapons, and there are a few conversion kits for other LMGs that are making them a lot faster to handle, but in the kind of hindsight of an LMG and the hindsight of the damage plus the fire rate, the RPK for me, it's probably the best one to play with. Now, if you do want to make it a bit quicker or agile, you can swap the 100 max round for the smaller one, and that will kind of help a bit with the handling of the weapon, but I don't think it's a huge difference, and, you know, you might as well just leave it as is because it helps if you don't play with the mags or folding. From the launchers category, we have the RGL, a weapon that doesn't require an introduction, and I hope you guys can agree, but this is probably the most user-friendly launcher that we have in game. Now, not only that he helped us navigating the latest Dark Ether mission in a more straightforward way, but also paired up with a few other things such as the dead wire detonator and the mags of holding, this becomes an unstoppable killing machine in any clear area. So of course we don't have a loadout for it, but I hope you guys will agree with me, but this was the only weapon that we could add to this list. As for the shotguns, guys, this is a really difficult decision to make, but I had to put the Lockwood 680 on the list simply because it's a weapon that is still holding itself pretty well. And if you guys remember, when we started first playing with the Lockwood, this was absolutely unstoppable in any area, with any HVTs and in any zone. So I do hope you appreciate the timing that this has. I'm not saying that there's no other better shotguns right now. I think they're all pretty equal, so that's why I went with the Lockwood, because it's got a bit of history behind it, and also it's still holding itself pretty well. But this is all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed my list, and if it did help you, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Please make sure to like and to subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next video soon.